Camping is freedom until it's not. One weird sound at 2 a.m. changes everything. Whether it's a bear sniffing around, a weirdo in the shadows, or a thunderstorm that's got you trapped in. Wild doesn't negotiate. So today I'm breaking down 27 safety tips, in addition to 3 bonus tips at the end, just to keep you alive and ready out there. Let's get started before we even get out there. I will have this titled off so that way you can skip around to wherever you want in the video. Before you go, survival starts at the trailhead, which means test everything. Your stoves, tent poles, tents, camping gear, any lighters, whatever you're bringing with you, whatever you would normally bring with you, test everything, make sure it works. Nothing in the wild is worse than being out there and needing something and not having it, or it being broken. And while you're at it, why don't you tell somebody where you're going? Tell somebody where you're going to be, how long you're going to be there, when you plan on returning, just in case something happens to you and you can let them know, and then they're like, oh, well, you know what? So-and-so didn't come back. Let's go ahead and send rescue out. Never know when you need it. But don't post it online. You don't want people to know that your house is empty and make yourself a target. Now, once you've picked a spot, make sure you go somewhere quiet. 200 feet off the trailhead's just fine. You want somewhere where people aren't going to mess with you. You're going to run into drunks, crazy people, weirdos, all kinds of stuff. Further out you got to go, even if it's a little bit more of a headache, a couple hundred feet ain't going to kill you. And hey, why don't you bring a dog? Dog will let you know if there's anything in the area, whether it's bears, strangers, any kind of weird things going on. Then you're really in the know. So there is some essential gear that stays on you. Not in your tent, not in your backpack, but on your person. So if something happens, you might not reach your pack. Keep a small med kit on. Honestly, I picked this up from the Dollar General for under $5. Can't go wrong with it. It has just about everything you need in order to stitch yourself up. You got cuts, scrapes, bruises, bumps, whatever. Next is pepper spray. It's a little small self-defense tool that if somebody gets a little too close inside your bubble, you're going to be able to spray them away and keep them out of your space. Next, I would say to bring a legal self-defense tool. Now, I don't have pew-pews on my channel because of YouTube standards, but I think you get the hint. Please make sure you are legal. Please make sure that you're not doing anything you're not supposed to do. You follow all the safety standards in accordance to the laws. I hope you never need it, but you'll be glad you have. So keep your camp safe. Because most trouble happens after the fire goes down, it's better to keep your site clean. These odorless trash bags will definitely keep all kinds of creatures and critters away from your camp because they're not going to be able to smell them. Also, hide your valuables. You don't need to be out there showing everybody your bling blow or what's going on around your neck, or if you got money or cash or anything out like that, because that just makes you a target. And when you're out there in the middle of the woods and there's nobody to help you, I'm sorry, but that's the survival of the fittest. And if possible, go with 2 people, because at the end of the day, 2 people is harder to mess with than 1. That's what I love about a battle buddy system. As long as you have a battle buddy with you, it's so much easier for people to just look at you and move on about their business. Now listen close. Bear spray is the one thing that everybody I see messes up, okay? This doesn't go in your backpack. This doesn't go in your pocket. This goes right here on your shoulder strap, or it goes right here in your hand as you're hiking ready to go, because them bears, I promise you, they will move quick, fast, and in a hurry, faster than you can dig in the bottom of your backpack to dig this stuff out. So have it ready and be prepared. So setting up camp the right way is honestly not as hard as you might think. As soon as you pull in, trust your instincts. At the end of the day, that's the most important tool that you have. So if you pull in somewhere and you're like, something feels shady, something feels weird, something's not going right, you feel like you're being watched, probably a good sign for you to keep going. Move on about your business. Let's say you do find a campsite that you like. Use sound to your advantage. I keep an air horn. I keep a little whistle as my bling blouse, so that way in case anybody comes near me or something's not right, I can make sound to attract other people to let them know I need help. Especially if you have kids wandering around. This stuff is important. Something like a whistle around their neck so that way they can use that is probably something to their benefit. When you go to sleep, I would keep a knife within reach. Obviously make sure that it's legal. You don't want something that's too big, but it's not about being like a hero or anything. It's literally fight or flight. That's all it is. And set up off the main trail. Don't be shocked if you go off to like 200 feet into a nice little area and you've got nice cover and concealment and people don't even see you, okay? They're going to keep passing by. They're not really thinking to even look for you. And lastly, I would get you a garment. Now, I will say on Amazon, it was like $350, and I don't remember when I originally bought it saying that there was a subscription for it, but it's like $8 for the cheapest one a month. But what this thing can do is it runs off satellite. So if you have like an SOS, it has like an SOS button so you can contact somebody. It has text messaging, so that way you can, it's like 10 cents a message, depending on what plan you have. So that way you can message somebody like a loved one back home to let them know everything's okay. It has trail tracking, so that way you can see where you start. You can come back to the same trail you were on. Advanced plans, you can even see weather patterns and many other things. So honestly, this is one of those tools that I think that for $350 plus the subscription could be the difference between life or death. Well worth it in my opinion. Next, you want to read your surroundings. If you've got fresh bear prints, then you should probably move on. If you see boot prints where boot prints shouldn't be, you should probably move on fast. When you're ready to pitch your tent, as you can see my tent, I have it ready nearest exit or nearest exit route that I can get it to. Always face your tent like you're ready to dart out there quick, fast, and in a hurry. Next, carry a 1,000 lumens flashlight. You might be able to blind somebody just long enough to get away. Now, in those types of situations, seconds matter. So as soon as you can run away, take that opportunity and do it. And then lastly, make sure you look up and see if there's not any like dead branches hanging or anything like that if you're staying under a tree. Those are called widow makers, and they're widow makers for a reason. So my personal favorite is to set up a perimeter tripwire. Now, I did get this off of Amazon. I believe it was like 25 bucks. But what I would do is I would set up either like a triangle or a square around. So probably need 3 or 4 of these. But what I like about this is once you pull it, that bad boy is loud. That will wake you up in the middle of the night. So if there's any critters coming through your area, or if there's somebody that shouldn't be coming through your area, you know exactly which spot around your tent they came through, and you know, handle your business. If you get on Amazon, you're going to see these audible tripwires. You're going to see one that has like, oh, it shoots off shotgun blanks or whatever, and that's louder. Stay away from that, because if you're in the woods, that thing could potentially start off a fire, and then you've got real serious problems. The audible alarm is significantly safer, and it's just as loud. It's also solar powered. See up here at the top. Next thing I would do is keep like 2 sets of shoes or 3 sets of shoes in front of my tent. So that way, whoever's passing by, if they do happen to see my campsite, they think that there's multiple people there. And if you're a female out there camping by yourself, you can set up multiple pairs of shoes, get a pair of men's shoes that are out there, or a pair of men's boots, so they think there's a man with you. The other thing you can do is set up multiple tents and set up multiple chairs and tables. I know it sounds like a headache, but this is a difference of your life being in danger or you're not bothered at all while you're on your camp. And lastly, always have 2 escape routes, one uphill, one down. You never know where water can flood, and you never know where fires can happen. So the first thing you want to do is always make sure you have somewhere in some direction which way to bounce in case something happens. It'll come at you fast. A lot faster than you think. I'm not saying sleep with one eye open, because I can't do that, but I sleep with one ear open. I sleep light. I'm ready. I'm hearing things. I don't have earbuds in my ears. I'm paying attention to everything at night while also trying to get a good night's rest. So the bonus game changers. You've made it this far. We hit 27 different things that you can do in order to stay safe. But here's my top 3 bonus game changers. My first one is research. Research, research, research. Always look into what type of terrain you're getting into, what types of animals you're getting to, bears, snakes, chupacabras, doesn't matter. Make sure you know what animals are there. Make sure you know what type of weather patterns are there. Make sure you know if there's any crime. I mean, for all you know, it could be a place where high, crazy things happen. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely somewhere where you don't want to go. Bonus tip number 2 is master survival skill. Okay, we have all of this gear. We just talked about what happens if your gear fails. You still need to know how to start fires. You still need to know how to look for water, how to make shelter. These basic primitive survival skills keep you alive. And my third bonus tip, don't look approachable. Make your camp look occupied. Even if it's just you, like I said earlier, always, always, always use that situational awareness. If you like the advanced survival stuff that you're not going to see really anywhere else on YouTube that people talk about, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.